99% of people don't know this. Eating just 2 eggs a day can trigger irreversible processes inside your body. We often think of eggs as simple, cheap, familiar food. But behind their humble appearance lies a biological powerhouse that can transform your body, for better or worse, if you don't fully understand it. Today, from the perspective of nutrition experts and metabolic health specialists, we'll reveal exactly what happens inside your body when you eat 2 eggs every day, and why this simple habit can lead to long-term changes you never expected. Part 1. Eggs, the underrated superfood. Imagine holding in your hand a natural nutrient capsule, perfectly designed by millions of years of evolution. Not from a lab, not made with advanced biotechnology, just a simple egg. So why are eggs so special? Because they don't just nurture a new life, they have the potential to rebuild you. Let's take a closer look at what's hiding inside this small, everyday food you may have eaten hundreds of times without ever realizing. Egg 1. Choline, the brain's unsung hero. You might not have heard of choline, but it's essential for producing acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for learning, memory, and focus. One egg contains about 147 milligrams of choline, covering nearly 30% of an adult's daily needs. If you often feel forgetful, unfocused, or mentally foggy, the root cause could be chronic choline deficiency, a condition affecting over 90% of the population today, according to USDA data. And eggs are the richest natural source. I2. Lutein and zeaxanthin, the bodyguards of your vision. These two powerful carotenoids concentrate in the macula, the part of your eye that controls sharpness and color perception. They absorb harmful blue light and reduce the risk of macular degeneration and cataracts, common eye diseases in middle-aged and older adults. Surprisingly, carotenoids from eggs are absorbed 3 to 4 times more efficiently than those from carrots, thanks to the healthy fats in egg yolks that boost bioavailability. Bone 3. Vitamin D, the light within the yolk. Vitamin D, known as the sunshine vitamin, is extremely hard to find in food, but eggs have it and are one of the very few natural sources. One egg can provide up to 10% of your daily vitamin D needs, supporting calcium absorption, bone strength, and immune resilience. In today's indoor, screen-based world, vitamin D deficiency is common, and it's a hidden trigger behind many chronic illnesses. Brain 4. Iron and vitamin B12, the nutrients of energy and clarity. Eggs contain heme iron, a form much easier to absorb than plant-based sources. Vitamin B12, only found in animal products, is vital for red blood cell production and healthy nerve function. If you often feel tired, dizzy, experience numbness, or insomnia, don't be too quick to blame stress. You might be low on these key nutrients. Eggs act as a natural, balanced micronutrient supplement, especially beneficial for older adults, picky eaters, or those with mild digestive issues. Lightbulb in summary, just 2 eggs a day give your body essential nutrients for your brain, eyes, and liver, antioxidants to fight aging at the cellular level, a foundation to balance hormones, boost energy, and support cell regeneration, all wrapped inside one small food we often overlook. Part 2. The irreversible processes inside your body. Picture this. You eat eggs every morning, day after day, and one day, you realize you feel less tired, your thinking is clearer, your skin looks healthier, and your once foggy memories are now sharper than ever. That's not luck. That's the result of irreversible biological processes quietly igniting inside your body, all triggered by a simple habit: eating 2 eggs a day. Fire 1. HDL increases, the cholesterol your heart desperately needs. We've all heard that high cholesterol is bad, but that's only half the truth. HDL, the good cholesterol, is the heart's bodyguard. Eating 2 eggs/day has been shown to raise HDL levels by 6 to 10% in just a few weeks. HDL works like a biological ambulance, collecting excess LDL, bad cholesterol, and returning it to the liver for disposal. Higher HDL means lower risk of heart attack, stroke, and arterial plaque. Even better, once HDL levels rise through consistent eating habits, they help reset cardiovascular protection mechanisms, and the benefits can persist even if you take a break from eggs. DNA 2. Cell membrane structure changes from the inside out. Here's what most people don't know. Every cell in your body is wrapped in a fat-based membrane. And when you consistently feed your body healthy fats from egg yolks, your body begins restructuring those membranes, making them more flexible, more resilient, and more efficient at transmitting signals. The result? Softer, more radiant skin, faster brain signal transmission, a sharper, more responsive immune system. Once your cells rebuild their membranes, this is a one-way transformation. Your body doesn't easily revert to its old state. Brain 3. Acetylcholine production rises, reawakening the brain. As mentioned earlier, choline helps synthesize acetylcholine, one of the most crucial neurotransmitters for thinking, learning, and memory. By feeding your brain a consistent supply of choline, it starts reorganizing its neural networks, helping you remember more deeply, react faster, reduce brain fog, and age-related cognitive decline. This reactivation of neural connections is not temporary. Once awakened, the brain doesn't easily shut down again. Test tube 4. The liver begins to regenerate. The liver is a silent warrior. It filters blood, detoxifies chemicals, metabolizes fats, and produces bile. Did you know? Choline deficiency is a leading cause of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Eggs, rich in choline, help reverse this condition. By eating 2 eggs/day, your liver gets the building blocks it needs to detoxify more effectively, prevent fat buildup, repair damaged liver cells. Once liver tissue is restored, that's a step forward your body doesn't easily reverse. Shield 5. Immunity and hormonal balance are activated. Eggs provide selenium, zinc, B12, and all essential amino acids, vital for producing new antibodies, stabilizing hormonal pathways, speeding up the body's response to viruses and bacteria. When your immune system is built on strong nutritional foundations, you stop being slow to react when your body faces threats. Locked expert conclusion. You may not notice all of these changes after just 1 week, but stay consistent, and your body will begin to transform silently, day by day. And when you finally notice, everything will feel different. You recover faster, you think more clearly, and you feel like you've turned back time, maybe even a whole decade. All from just 2 eggs a day. Part 3. The myths that unfairly vilified eggs for decades. Eggs are a superfood, yet they've been treated like a villain. Have you ever heard things like, crossmark, don't eat eggs every day, your cholesterol will skyrocket. Crossmark, just eat the whites, throw out the yolks, or you'll get fat. Crossmark, eggs cause heart disease. If you've heard or even believed these statements, you're not alone. 99% of us have been misled. But scientific truth tells a very different story. Collision truth number 1. Eggs do not increase heart disease risk. In fact, the opposite may be true. This is one of the biggest and most dangerous misconceptions. Yes, eggs contain cholesterol, but here's what matters. Cholesterol in food is not equal to cholesterol in your blood. Your body isn't naive. When dietary cholesterol increases, your liver compensates by producing less cholesterol internally. This self-regulating mechanism has been confirmed by studies from Harvard, Cleveland Clinic, and even the WHO. Book's one major study involving over 100,000 people showed people who ate 1 to 2 eggs per day did not have a higher risk of heart disease. In fact, some showed lower blood pressure and more stable cholesterol after incorporating eggs into their diet. So what actually causes heart disease? Backhand index pointing right: refined sugar, trans fats, chronic stress, and a sedentary lifestyle, not eggs. Fire truth number 2. Egg yolks, the most nutrient-rich part, are a forgotten treasure. If you're only eating the whites and tossing the yolks, you're throwing away the most valuable part. Why? 100% of the choline, lutein, vitamins A, D, E, K, omega-3s, iron, and zinc are in the yolk. The yolk helps boost memory and protect the brain, thanks to choline. Guard against age-related vision loss, thanks to lutein and zeaxanthin. Strengthen immunity and balance hormones, thanks to vitamin D, B12, and selenium. Egg the white, meanwhile, contains mostly protein. Good, but incomplete. Light bulb simple comparison. Eating only the egg white is like buying a movie ticket and walking out before the film even starts. Balance scale truth number 3. Eggs don't make you fat. They actually help you lose weight. Many people fear eggs, thinking they'll gain weight. But the reality? The exact opposite. Eggs are among the most effective weight loss foods, according to multiple scientific studies. Here's why. High in protein keeps you full longer. Low in calories, just 70 per egg, helps manage energy intake. Stabilizes blood sugar, reduces cravings. A study in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found people who ate 2 eggs for breakfast for 8 weeks lost twice as much weight as those who ate a carb-heavy breakfast. Warning truth number 4. Raw eggs are not healthier and can be dangerous. Some people drink raw eggs thinking they retain more nutrients. But raw eggs are hard to digest and may carry salmonella, a harmful bacteria that causes food poisoning. Worse, raw eggs can reduce your body's ability to absorb biotin, a B vitamin critical for healthy skin, hair, and nerves. Brain: best way to eat eggs? Boiled, lightly fried, or steamed, safe and highly nutritious. Pushpin: why do these myths still exist? Because of media misinformation, outdated habits, and advice that sounds logical but lacks scientific evidence. The truth is, eggs are not enemies of your heart. Egg yolks are not fat bombs. And eating eggs daily is not only safe, it's incredibly beneficial. Studio Microphone, as one expert puts it, if eggs were discovered today, they'd be classified as a luxury superfood, just like chia seeds, oats, or olive oil. But because they're cheap, familiar, and everywhere, we underestimate them. Let's look again at the humble egg, not just as food, but as a cell-regenerating elixir in a simple shell. Part 4. 2 eggs a day. Unlock a biological chain reaction you can't reverse. Imagine this. Just 2 eggs each morning. A small, effortless habit could trigger powerful changes deep inside your body. Here's what science shows happens. Brain 1. Sharper brain, thanks to choline. Eggs are the richest natural source of choline, an essential nutrient for brain function that most people don't get enough of. Choline helps produce neurotransmitters, acetylcholine, improve memory and focus, prevent cognitive decline with age. Chart increasing: a study from Boston University found people with higher choline levels processed information 25% faster and had better recall. You don't need pricey nootropics. 2 eggs a day are a natural smart drug. DNA 2. Your body begins rebuilding, one cell at a time. Eggs provide all 8 essential amino acids for cellular repair, vitamins B12 and B2 for cell division and red blood cell production, iron and selenium to carry oxygen and strengthen immunity. Each day, your body loses 50 million cells and regenerates just as many. Eggs help ensure that this process is smooth, efficient, and strong. I3. Your eyes gain invisible armor against aging and screen damage. Eggs contain lutein and zeaxanthin, powerful antioxidants for eye health, usually found in dark leafy greens. But here's the twist. Light bulb: the lutein in eggs is 3x more absorbable than in vegetables because it's paired with natural fats in the yolk. The result? Shields your retina from blue light, screens, phones. Slows age-related macular degeneration. Reduces risk of cataracts. Shield 4. Your immune system gets upgraded armor, especially after 40. Eggs deliver vitamin D, B12, selenium, zinc, and iron, key players in immune defense. Backhand index pointing right: did you know? 1 egg provides over 20% of your daily selenium needs. Selenium helps immune cells detect and destroy viruses more effectively. Microbe: in a world where weakened immunity fuels chronic illness, just 2 eggs a day provide a biological shield against inflammation and infection. Person in lotus position: 5. Hormones stabilize and your mood improves. Eggs contain tryptophan, B6, B12, and omega-3s, all vital for producing serotonin and dopamine, your happy hormones. Speech balloon: people who eat eggs regularly often experience a more stable mood, better sleep, less anxiety and stress. Brain: the best part. No antidepressants needed. Just a nutrient-rich breakfast sets you up with calm, steady energy for the day. Fire 6. Belly fat starts to melt. No extreme diets required. Eggs help stabilize insulin, reduces abdominal fat storage. Increase satiety, cuts snacking, controls calorie intake. Boost metabolism, burns more energy even at rest. Bar chart: a study on 152 overweight participants showed After 8 weeks of eating eggs for breakfast, they lost 16% more belly fat without intense workouts. Direct hit summary: 2 eggs a day equals 6 irreversible changes. Sharper memory and focus. Full body cell regeneration. Eye protection. Stronger immunity. Hormonal balance and emotional well-being. Fat loss, especially visceral fat. Just 2 eggs a day. Cheaper than a cup of coffee. Easier than a multivitamin. More effective than many expensive methods out there. And now, you know what 99% of people are still in the dark about. You see, life-changing habits don't always begin with grand gestures. Sometimes, something as small as eating 2 eggs each morning is the missing piece to a healthier body, sharper mind, and energized life. Fire you don't have to wait until you're exhausted, sick, or in crisis to care for yourself. Because health isn't magic. It's the result of small daily choices. And you have the power to start over anytime you choose. So starting tomorrow, give it a try. Place 2 eggs on the stove. Feel the warmth in your kitchen. And as you take the first bite, know this: you're giving yourself a chance to regenerate, to restore, and to live up to your fullest potential. Light bulb, not everyone knows this, but now you do. The question is, will you act on it? If you found this valuable, share this video with your loved ones. Because sometimes, a small share can transform the health of an entire family. See you in the next video, where we'll continue exploring little-known truths that can change your life from the inside out.